Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red. It is episode 10 and we are going through Lavender Tower. And it's a dungeon. I mean, every single place here is a goddamn dungeon. So, yeah, I did fight like 2 trainers in here like 2 episodes ago. Yeah, like this one and that one. Like, there you go. But there's like quite a few floors. I think I've already mentioned that. But, yeah, there's ghosts and spooky, what are they called? Channelers? I don't know, but if you want to catch a Ghastly, which is like the only ghost-type Pokemon in the game, this is the place to do it. But you need to get the Devon Scope. Wait, no, not the Devon Scope. That's Gen 3. The Sylph Scope in Team Rocket's dungeon, or goddamn, the hideout. Everything isn't a dungeon. I should stop saying that, but I've already like I sit down to watch myself play the games to do the post commentary. And, like, my mind is already like, okay, I guess we're gonna call them dungeons now instead of their proper names, but I can tell you that if I'm, like, just gonna be talking to someone else at any point, I'll be like, oh yeah, Lavender Tower, or Team Rocket's hideout. But, yeah, you know what the topics are today? I finally got to play Detroit Become Human. I didn't beat the game yet, I'm about 6 hours in. And I don't want to spoil, like, the ending stuff anyways, if I were to beat the game. And the Survivor finale happened, so, yeah, there's topics to talk about on episode 10. So I guess I'll do Survivor first, because I feel like I talk about that more, but that topic will probably be a bit shorter, so I can talk about Detroit for as long as I please. No, but, like, so Ghost Island was an okay season, if you watched it, or will watch it. Or don't even care about Survivor, then it's whatever. But, like, I mean, there's some good episodes, and then I'm just reviewing the season pretty much, but I mean, I thought the finale kind of, like, wrapped things up good. I thought the finale was, like, a really great episode, just because, like, the entire season is just focused on, like, Dominic, and then, like, to a lesser extent, Wendell and Chris. And so, like, the first half of the season is just Dominic versus Chris, and then Wendell kind of pops in there. And then the second half of the season is just like Dominic and Wendell march to the end, and then you get to the finale and it's like, okay, well, one of them has to win, so who is it going to be? And then it's like you just see like Dominic is like playing a more flashy game is what's presented, and then Wendell's just kind of like playing, like, he's playing a solid game, but it's just not as flashy as Dominic's is so far. And then he pulls in some wins and does a bit of flash, and I think Dominic had, like, still the more flashier game in the end, but, like, Wendell ends up winning, and, like, I think they both deserved to win. It was just really sad that one of them had to win, and then the way it ended is with a tie of a 5-5 vote. So then the third person in the final 3, Laurel, then she had to cast her vote for the winner, and, like, I don't know, it's just like such a gutting end to the story, but it's like such a perfect end too, because it's just 2 neck-to-neck people that are balanced, and like, I know a lot of people in the Survivor fan base, at least on Reddit, they hate the fire-making twist, but I don't want to be like the guy that's different, but like, I'd prefer just like final 2s and final 3s over the fire-making challenge, but like, I still see like some positivity in it, like, yeah, we got Wendell to, like, enter the final 3, even though he should have been voted out at final 4. And then we got, like, the great ending with the tie vote. But, like, I feel like they will just expect that to happen a bit more, but, like, I don't know, I guess I'm with the Jeff Probst side of, like, why he wanted to implement the new twist. Because you still are getting, like, a big person, like, at the final 3, and, like, I guess the edit will, like, kind of change around to adjust to that person if they get to the end. If they were a big player or not. I mean, like, of the Final 4 in Ghost Island, like, one of them was just a dud. Another one was kind of, like, whatever, and then, like, the final 2, like, yeah, that they mattered more. And, like, in recent Survivor, like, we have a lot more, like, final votes that are, like, unanimous, and, like, I could totally see why they want to have the fire-making twist, because, like, I don't know, unanimous votes just, like, aren't fun to watch, because you know they're gonna happen before they even show it, because, like, I think every time they show a unanimous vote, it's, like, they don't even show people, like, writing down names. They're just, like, like here's everyone like walking up to the booth, but you don't get to hear anyone like say like, oh, like I'm voting for you because I love you so much. And it's just like, oh, whatever. That person just got a unanimous vote because you don't get to see anyone say they voted for the other two people. And usually, if at least one person got a vote from someone else, they'll show it before. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I prefer like a Final 2 or Final 3, but I don't mind the fire-making twist as much. And I guess Season 37 is coming. That's David vs. Goliath. I don't remember if I like slightly talked about it before, but I originally wasn't a fan of the idea. I mean, like, how can you be a fan of any of the ideas they throw out? But like, I don't know, I just like, well, David vs. Goliath, like, that's kind of a cringy name. I mean, every name's cringy, like, Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers. Like, that's a stupid name, but I ended up liking that season. Although a lot of people don't like that one. Maybe I'm just like that guy who has different opinions, and like, I don't like argue for it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I just like that season. Like, I can understand why people don't like it. But, yeah, it's like David vs. Goliath. And then like the 6 people they showed in the trailer, like okay, so they had to get like the nerd dork survivor fan stereotype in the trailer, like they always do, and it's just like, yeah, like I always think they're just super cringy because like they just give this like quote where it's like oh my god, I'm so stupid, but look, I can play the game, like, or something stupid like that. And I mean, the guy's name is Christian, so I'm like, hey, they got Chris Chan on the season, hey. No, and then they showed, like, the neurotic girl, which is a new stereotype they've been doing since, like, Aubrey in Season 31. And, like, that's always a cringy archetype to, like, watch in the trailers. Like, I don't know, like, who they're trying to attract. Like, I guess, like, yeah, the nerds are, like, are usually the fan favorites, kind of, like, at the end of the season, but, like, my dad, he's like a casual, and like I'll show him the trailer, and then he sees the 2 nerd people, and he's like, oh, they're both going out immediately. Like he hates that personality type, I guess. And like if my dad's reacting like that, I'm guessing a lot of people are. And yeah. But then they showed Johnny Mundo, the pro wrestler. I don't watch like wrestling at all. I used to like a little bit when I was like way young. I had like a wrestling video game on Nintendo 64 that I played a little bit too. But I mean, wrestling just wasn't like my cup of tea. I didn't watch it ever, mainly because like I never really knew what shows were on TV. That was back when we were watching like the Japan channel or whatever, where like, or China, I don't even know. We had like it was called Takeshi's Castle over there, but I don't remember what it was called in the States when they just like dubbed over it. It was like 3 letters or something. I saw a meme of it a year ago, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot that's what it was called. It was like DXC or something weird, I don't know. But, yeah, who else did they show on that trailer? I mean, Johnny Mundo, he looks like a good narrator. I don't bias towards, like, the alpha male guys, like, during preseason, but they, like, subconsciously end up becoming some of my favorites, even though they usually get good edits anyways, as long as they're, like, the strategy-heavy type of guy. But, they had, like, I don't remember, like, many of their names anymore. They had, like, Black Lady, who was like, everything I speak is power, and I'm like, oh, geez. I don't know. Like, I guess I'll have to wait for the preseason to learn about her, because, like, I don't know, just like if I go on Survivor, like, I don't think I'd mesh well with the people that, like, want to be the alpha. I mean, I'm not a guy who wants to be an alpha, like, myself. Like, I don't know, I'm like, hey, I'll be the leader, but if you guys, like, don't want to listen to me, like, that's cool too, I don't mind it at all. But, like, she looks like she's the type of person that'll be like, boy, if you don't make me leader, like, I'll slap some sense into you. And then, who else was shown on the trailer? It was, like, some guy who looks like he's talking about, like, oh, we used food stamps, we have to work hard to earn what we who we live with. It's like, wow, what a cliche person you got there. And like, his face looks like he fucking, I don't know, God, like he's from like the fucking like 30s or something. Like, that's a bad description, but like I don't know, you can like just see him saying like, "Oh, hello, governor," or some shit, some British thing that isn't from the 30s, but it's hard to describe what I want to say with just my thoughts and a memory of a trailer I saw a few days ago. And who was the last, I want to say Gen Xer, because they're just like advertising the season like it is Millennials vs Gen X 2, when it isn't, but then they showed like some successful lady who was like, "Hey, my life's perfect, like catch these hands." But like, I mean, the theme is called David vs Goliath, but it's more of a like people who are successful in their career versus people who they just cast because they like their personality. And I mean, like, yeah, you gotta get that good mix of stuff, but like, I don't know, they all the people on the David's tribe is just like the cringy people so far, and I'm like, oh man. Like, too bad the story is gonna, like, push them as the favorites, because they are the people, like, working to earn it, instead of the people who have already earned it, even though people will be like, oh, they probably just had it fall into their lap, like, whatever. Like, I don't know, that's just how I think the edit is gonna turn out, but, like, I don't know, we'll see, I'm keeping an open mind. And then apparently 38, I mean, they record like the 2 seasons back to back, and they air like 37 in fall and 38 in spring, but I don't think 38 has filmed yet, or they just started filming like a few days ago or something, but apparently there's gonna be like returnees on that one, but like also new players. So that's just like nothing's confirmed yet, that's just what is the current rumor with like the Inside Survivor Gordon Holmes or whatever his name was, but I mean, they haven't done a season with like returning people as like group leaders since like season 25, and we're at 38 for that one, so it will have been a long time. But the reason why I don't like that idea is just because I think they've done this 4 times now, where they have people from old seasons just like be the leader of a new group of people. And all 4 times, at least one of the 2 or 3 leaders has made it to the final 2 or 3. And it's just like, oh, well, like, I don't know, like, you just are forced to watch someone just, like, walk to the end then, and only one time have they won, but, like, they're just guaranteed to get to the end, like, one of the seasons, both of the leaders got to the final 4, like, that's stupid, I don't know, like, I want to see the new people play, and like I don't want to see one person play against a bunch of new people and just like walk to the end because new people are stupid. But yeah, we've been talking about Survivor a lot more than I anticipated. So let's get right into Detroit. I was thinking actually, like before I was recording this, like, oh, maybe I'd have like a Survivor-based episode and a Detroit-based episode, but let's just combine them into one because we're just mishmashing stuff. And, like, we're not even focusing on Lavender Tower. I'm like, I just finished that shit. And the episode still got, like, almost 20 more minutes. Just about. But, yeah, I bought a PlayStation 4 to play Detroit Become Human. And when I saw it, I was thinking it was gonna be... Like, I just played, like, the first Ace Attorney game before I saw the Connor trailer. And, like... I was like, oh shit, like that's just what I'm looking for, like you like investigate a location and then you like interact with the criminal or deviant as they're called, and like you have to like try and like, so it was a hostage situation on that trailer, and I'm like, okay, cool, like you investigate the room to like try and find the best approach to like get the deviant to let go of the hostage and trust you. And like the first level was like that, but then every other like level in the game has been like very different, and like okay, so there's 3 characters. There's Connor, there's Kara, and there's Marcus. And like I guess I'll talk about Connor first, because like you use all 3 characters, but they just jump around. Like you don't just do like all of one character's story, and then you just jump to the next character and do all of their story. Like it's Sonic Adventure or some shit. I don't know, but like, the Connor story, like, that's the one I like the most. I like playing that one. But, like, I feel like every time I play a Connor level, I just do everything wrong, because, like, so you're a robot cop android thing, and, like, they pair you up with this guy who hates androids, and, like, you don't know why he hates androids. I mean, there's, like, a lot of people that you meet that just, like, protest against androids, and, like, the androids are, like, pretty much slaves in the game. And I haven't got to the end half of the game yet, but, like, that's all I'll say about the story, I guess, and, well, for just that description there, but, like, when you do Connor stuff, it's just like, okay, like, you find a new android to, like, research, or, like, to, like a new, like, android homicide, or something, and then, or, like, android kills human. So then you have to go around and find clues in a room, and then, like, every single time, though, they put the android killer in the same room that you're investigating. Like, why aren't they running away somewhere? Like, I can get it if you see, like, a beat-up and bloody android, you'll be very suspicious, especially in a city like Detroit, which is highly populated. Like, yeah, I don't think you'll look funny and get by, like, unscathed. But, like, I don't know, like, every level I feel like I'm just doing something wrong, because, like, the guy you're paired up with that hates you, like, you can try any approach, and I think he just hates you no matter what, because I'm because, like, they have some characters you can, like, gain trust or lose trust with them, and, like, I'm just fucking losing trust with this guy over and over. It's like, you know, if you do, like, 5 cases with him, you'd expect to, like, maybe increase a bit of a bond, even though he hates androids, but just, like, I don't know, some sort of, like, he'll be okay with your presence just because, like, he's so fucking used to you, that's, like, the psychology, like, 5 steps to love or something, like, proximity is number 1, isn't it? I don't know. But, it's kind of hard to explain the Connor stuff, because I want to, like, talk about one of the Kara missions, where, like, okay, so Kara, the next character, like, so she's an android for, like, this really abusive guy, and, like, he doesn't have a wife anymore, because apparently she left for an accountant, but I don't think you'll ever learn about that, but unless there was, like, some secret detail that they hid really well. But, like, it's assumed that he's just, like, this really abusive guy, and, like, she probably, like, chose the accountant over him because he's such an abusive man. And so, Kara, the android, she, like, runs away from, I don't remember the guy's name anymore, Todd, the abusive husband man. So, like, Todd is, like, just about to, like, fucking kill her. Well, no, Todd was about to kill his daughter, because he just assumes that, like I said, like, Todd, like, fucking, his house is shit. I don't know if he has a job or whatever, but, yeah, I don't know, he's just a mess. And then his daughter, Alice, he just kind of abuses her, because, like, his life has just gone to shit. And he thinks that she regrets him, which she totally does. And, yeah, so then, I'm just, like, kind of spoiling the entire first half of the story. I mean, whatever. But, I mean, this was, like, on the trailer for, like, the last year about. There was a trailer of, like, just this part of the game. This little mission. And so, eventually, like, you run away with Alice, the daughter. And apparently there's, like, an option to kill Todd. I never got that option. But I think that was in the trailer. There was an option to kill him. So I'm just spoiling what was in the trailer. So, although one mission later, I didn't kill Todd, but, like, he just showed up as, like, one of the random characters in a police office. I'm like, how does that work? And, like, I don't know. Well, anyways, so you run away with Alice, and, like, you have to try and find safety, and you're like, oh man, like, I just got this girl with me, and, like, we're kind of fucked. And it keeps raining for some reason. Like, although it's not, like, raining during the other chapters of the other characters, so it's like, I'm not looking at the dates on the bottom of the screen during the beginning of a chapter, but, like, they usually tell you what day and time it is, and, like, on one chapter for one character it's snowing, and then for the next character it's snowing, and then there's just no fucking weather on the next character or whatever, even though they may or may not be during the same day. But Like, once you're like running away with Alice, there's like one point where like I guess one of Connor's cases is with Kara and Alice, and so they like Todd or fucking Todd, god damn it, Connor ends up finding Kara, and then there's just a scene where like Kara has to run away from Connor, but Connor has to chase Kara. So you're controlling Kara running away, and then it swaps over to Connor chasing after her. And then you just get into this action scene on the highway where you're fighting each other. And, like, there's cars coming and shit. And, like, you have to... I don't know, you can decide if you want Connor to fail and Kara to run away. And I don't know, that's what I did. I don't know if there's an option for Connor to catch Kara and if her chapter just ends. Because, like, I'm afraid of what will happen if Kara dies because, like, when Connor dies, which I've done, like, 3 times now, which... I haven't meant to all 3 times, it just kind of fucking happened. Because, like, I swear everything I do with Connor's chapters I'm doing wrong, but, like, every time he dies, he just gets replaced with a new android, and then all of his memory, or, like, 99% of his memories just get transferred over. So, like, he's a different robot, but he's the same fucking robot because of all the memories, and he's got the same abilities and shit. And, like, yeah, I don't know, I'll talk about Marcus now. Because he is, he's, like, probably my second favorite of the 3 characters, but he has probably, like, the most engaging story so far. Where, he was an android for, like, this rich guy, this rich painter, but the guy's child who's, like, his son who's, like, in his 20s or something, like, he overdoses on drugs, and then one day, like, Marcus and the guy come home and, like, they see the lights are on, and then they find out that his son broke into their house to steal his art. And then I don't know what the options are, because, like, you play it once and then that's really it. I mean, I can play the chapter again if I want, but I end up killing his son. I mean, you just push him back, and apparently you push him into a metal thing and he just dies, like, immediately, which... I thought that was kind of bullshit, but I don't know if, like, you die easier when you're on drugs or something like that, but... Yeah, he dies, and then the guy's just like, Marcus, you gotta fucking run away. Like, if they... Because, like, they already had the police coming for, like, because they were like, oh, who's in the house? I don't know, let's call the police before we approach him. And then Marcus runs away, and then... Actually, no, he... I don't know if it changes if you don't kill him. But yeah, Marcus is, like, just in the junkyard. He has to rebuild himself. It's not good for him. And then he just runs away to this place called Jericho, which is a boat. Although apparently there's a character called Jericho. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the names of some of the characters. Because you don't really get to talk to them too much. They're just, like, gaining respect or losing respect and trust, like, but you don't really talk to them. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much about his story because it kind of ramps up a lot after you get to Jericho. And, like, that's as vague as I'll get, but I'm enjoying the game so far. It's not what I expected, but I'm still loving it. I don't know, I can't wait to, like, find out how to get, like, the best paths and stuff, because, like, the guy that you're paired up with Connor, like, I want to know how you can, like, just gain a shit ton of respect with him. And, like, you find out that, like, I guess I don't want to spoil, but, I don't know, like, there's one point where, like, the guy just got so mad at Connor that he just fucking shot him, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, too. And then with the car stuff, so like this is as far as I'll spoil with her story, but like you just keep running to, like, shitty situation after shitty situation. The weather is always raining or snowing for her, so, like, that's how I don't know if there's, like, a continuity thing, because, like, it's never raining or snowing during the Connor missions. And, like, I want to know if, like, all 3 of these characters will interact more later on in the game. I just had, like, the chase scene with Kara and Connor. But, like, Zakara's with Alice and you keep getting these shitty situations, and then, like, you just find this old amusement park that's been, like, like it's old and destroyed and beat up, and like you're just hiding in there for shelter for one day or for one night, and then a bunch of like the employee androids that are just left at the park to die pretty much. Like they break in because apparently sometimes humans like break into the park, but like they saw that Kara was an android, and they're like, oh hey, that's fine, and then like oh, you got a child with you? Like we haven't seen a child in years. So then they just set up this like carousel for Alice to sit on, and like they set up that scene so well with like just like all of this shit happening, and they just got like one little happy moment for Alice to be happy, and like I didn't think that I would be like having like, I mean I wasn't crying, but like I was definitely like quivering or whatever you want to say. And I was like, holy shit, that is like some perfect fucking writing there. Like I wasn't expecting to like react the way I did. I mean, like I wasn't crying, like, you know, it's like crying, you were totally crying, but like I didn't think that scene was like anything special, but then like it kept going on. It's like, wow, this is like a really big scene for like Alice, because like you don't see her like be happy at all. She's just like being tormented by her father. She's like you get to sleep in a car like multiple nights, just like in the rain, hiding from people because Kara can't be seen because she just fucking like ran away with a girl. And then like just this one happy scene, and like I don't know, it just works so well. Like yeah, that's like really as far as I've gotten into the game and how much I'll talk about, because I mean there's still like 5 more minutes of this episode to go through. So let's talk about Pokemon a little bit. I mean, no Pokemon news has happened, but yeah, we got BL. I don't even know what level I'm at. I had Blastoise, we're totally evolved into Blastoise this episode, I know that. So we're probably at like 37, 38 for all my Pokemon, maybe even 36. Because I just got my team of 3. We're using Mirror Move to pound the muck. Everything's going good. And, except for the fact that BL is poison. Shoot! But yeah, there's gotta be... Oh, well, Rocketer died. Rest in peace. What's over here? Oh yeah, I forgot, like, when I went to that right path, I got super confused, because I thought I was on the left path the whole time. Or I thought I was on the right path the whole time, but I guess not. But, yeah, I mean, we're just on the bike path. Like, that's why I got the bike here. I guess because I've been so busy talking about Survivor and Detroit. But, like, if you don't have the bike, which is totally reasonable if you don't, because, like, the only way to get it is if you talk to that one guy in that building in, fucking whatever town it's called. But, like, otherwise you have to go on, like, this really long path of, like, multiple routes that's, like, south of Lavender Town. There's, like a bridge route where there's a bunch of fishermen. You can like avoid most of those trainer battles. And then you got like this long twisty route that's got like a bunch of fences. It's like so random. Like why are there just like fucking... Why is there a fence maze just taking up an entire route? But like that's got a lot of trainers. And then you go straight down and then you go left and there's a bunch of trainers on those paths too. But I don't know, I was thinking like maybe I'll do that route if like... So I'm gonna catch one more Pokemon on the next episode of this playthrough. And like, I wasn't I didn't know if the Pokemon's level would be good enough or not compared to the rest of my team. Or like, if I would have to like grind them up a bit later on. But I ended up not doing that. That would be a bit of a spoiler for this playthrough, but... I was just like, you know, I'll do those routes if I actually need to. I mean, on the Sapphire Let's Play, there's quite a few routes I skipped out on. Like, a lot of the water routes, I just kind of avoided trainers if I could. There was like a whole town I think I skipped on. Pacific, I think it's called, at the bottom of the ocean. There were routes that I skipped out on, so... Like, I don't mind if I'm skipping routes on this playthrough either. I mean, I would have liked to do them, but it's just like, isn't worth it. Because like, I mean, this game doesn't have much story to it. So like, if I just go through that route, all I'm doing is raising my Pokemon's levels. It's not like you learn anything new about the game or the world. But yeah, we are at Fuchsia City now. This place has the 5th gym. I figured out the order of the gyms. Um, yeah, so this is the 5th gym. It's going to be poison type. We'll be doing that next episode. And this town also has the Safari Zone, which I used to love the Safari Zones in Pokemon games, I guess because they haven't really been doing them in newer games and I don't care so much anymore. But, like, I guess this was, like, back when I'm kind of burping, so I can't talk straight. And I got, like, a minute to try and tell you this. I mean, I'll be able to talk about the Safari Zone more next episode, so maybe I'll just wait for that, because, like, all I'm doing is emptying my inventory. And, I healed up my Pokemon, and then we'll just be, like, hanging out outside the Pokemon Center at the beginning of the next episode, but still got a minute to just ramble on about fucking nothing. I mean, the day I'm recording this, it's like we're almost in June, and I'm like, wow, is my summer already 1 month over? Because this summer's been going pretty quick. I suppose I have just been, like, not playing many video games. I played, like, Professor Layton, like I already said, and I'm playing Detroit. But, yeah, I haven't really been playing many other games. I played, like, Splatoon a bit, playing, like, Kirby Star Allies with my best friend. But, yeah, I don't know. God, my nose is, like, running a lot. So if you're hearing the Kleenex, that's just how it is. And then, I accidentally deposited the bicycle. Oh, no. I'm gonna put that bicycle back up top. Because that's just no bicycling. Oh yeah, I think it just takes you like a long time to figure out how to get the bike up top. Cause like you have to hit start when you want to switch the thing to. I thought you would hit A, but apparently that's not the case. You just gotta hit start and then hit start again, and then it just swaps their places. I don't know if the newer Pokemon games are like that, but yeah, just like I mean I didn't have the instruction manual for this game ever. And, like, yeah, I don't know, you just learn stuff. I still don't even know how I got as far as I did back in the day without, like, any guide or anything, but that is it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Feel free to leave a like as well if the channel grows, subscribe to the updates on my uploads as soon as they happen, but until then, I'll see you all next time at the Safari Zone and the gym.